Can you hear me?
Probably because this isn't turned up. Alright, you should be able to hear yourself now. And me.
Okay. Yeah, I can now.
Alright. 30 seconds left. Oh, we lost both of our viewers. Excellent. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, it says we're on air, actually. Lovely. Alright, so I guess the countdown was off on the radio. But nevertheless, it lets me know when it goes on air, so it can surprise me like that. Hello, welcome. You're listening to the Mustang Informative with your host, DJ Husky.
And DJ Sawyer.
We've got a lot of good news. We've got a lot of news today, a lot of interesting news on and off campus. Before we get into any of that, though, we're going to go ahead and get into the weather and verse of the day. So I guess I will open up with the weather. So today's weather forecast, let me just refresh this. So today on October 29th, it is 54 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 12 degrees Celsius. Humidity is 100%, probably because it's supposed to be foggy and misting outside. So I know we've had rain and a lot of that stuff the past few days. So it's wet, but it's also chill, so that's fine as long as it doesn't get humid again. I'm fine, which it looks like we're on the slope towards winter, so that's nice. We have a wind speed, northeasterly wind speed of 9 miles per hour. This afternoon, it's expected the high might reach 60, but since we've already crested noon, we likely already passed that. So, 20% chance of T-storms right now. We're going to be going from 50 to 90% of T-storms into the night with a projected low of 55 degrees Fahrenheit, which we've already gone under that low. So, we have a chance of showers tonight, so that'll be interesting. So if you be prepared for rain as we go into the night. Wednesday, it seems like it's saying that we're going to have rain, 80% chance. Have a high of 58 degrees, and a low of 39 degrees. And it looks, what I can see we're going to have rain up until Thursday night, according to this. And it'll be sunny all the way through Saturday. So, but there's a chance of rain and showers up until Thursday, leading into that night when it's supposed to be mostly clear. So we have mostly our highs and lows are mostly around the 50s, and then the lows start dipping into the 30s towards the end of the week. So be prepared for a little bit more chilly weather in the coming days. So, DJ, why don't you take it away with the verse of the day?
All right. So today's verse of the day is Romans 12:1, and it says, "I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship." And that's from the English Standard Version.
Obviously, that's not referring to you actually making yourself a human sacrifice.
Yeah,
literally.
don't literally do that. That's really not what that's saying.
Sacrifice it's more saying that like you live your life as if it were a sacrifice for God. You live it honoring God instead of trying to honor yourself. So I think that's more specifically what it's talking about. You know, it's a good rule of thumb. You know, when we think outwardly, we think about how to honor God and how to have God shine through us in the world rather than trying to satisfy our own self. Then I think hopefully the world would be a better place. But
I agree with that.
But yeah, moving on to the breaking news. So we have some grisly news, but sort of good news, I guess. I don't know. Trying to say somebody died is good news is weird.
I mean,
he was the leader of ISIS, so
yeah. So I mean, it's good in a sense that. But
ladies and gentlemen,
we
we
don't
got him.
know.
Islamic State leader al-Baghdadi. He was apparently there's been at least a few week-long investigation, kind of like surveillance of of his compound where he lived, and I think on let me see when it was happened when this happened. Sorry, apologies.
I think it was over the weekend.
Yeah, it happened over the weekend. I believe this Sunday. I believe
Sunday?
Sunday or Monday. Yeah, Sunday. Happened this Sunday, where the news came in that a military operation underwent, and we were actually able to ele- uh, he w- were able to confirm the death of al-Baghdadi. He apparently blew himself up along with 3 children, but nevertheless he is dead, and his compound was destroyed. So
So
um,
that's good news,
it's good
sort
news.
of.
It's tragic what happened to those kids, but
Yeah.
it won't be happening. He won't be doing that to anybody else. So,
No. But now we just gotta wait and see who the
So-
new leader becomes.
good job to the soldiers who put that his reign of terror to an end. But still, obviously there's still ISIS over there, and we still got to worry about that. Moving on to a little less, well, still pretty depressing news. There's a wildfire which occurred in California, forced residents and celebrities to flee, and by celebrities they mean LeBron James. Yeah, apparently the fires were caused by power lines going off, and they kind of went over the countryside near Los Angeles, and it destroyed a lot of homes. I know that I don't think there's anybody that nobody died, but there was a firefighter who was injured, but now he's in stable condition. So thank goodness nobody died, but still, fires are still a big problem in California right now. So keep your hearts and keep your prayers on that part of the world, that part of the U.S. So across the world outside of the USA though, things in Hong Kong are still grinding away. More deadlock and everything. Most recently, apparently, an activist who was obviously pro-democracy. He apparently tried to throw his hat into the election, but he was denied. So, once again, it seems like they're doing everything to incense these activists, even when they try to go about it democratically. So, the pro-democracy activist was named Joshua Wong, and he was denied a bid in the election to be the city leader after months of violent protests. I don't know if he was actually involved in any of the violence protests, but if violence is a disqualifier, then maybe the current administration should resign.
You would think.
Oh man, that's an opinion. I shouldn't have those when we're talking about that. Never mind.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, so once again, lots of bad headlines that get put on the breaking news, but that's the world we live in. But thankfully, there's a lot of people that are in the middle of that are helping, even in that. So I think that brings us together a lot. So
Definitely.
Thank goodness for that. Why don't you go ahead and bring us to campus news?
Well, as far as campus news goes, we don't have a ton still, but the 9th annual hymn service is today, October 29th. There are going to be 2 services, one at 4 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. They're going to be in the Tolan Worship Center in the Cooper Complex. The worship choir is leading hymns written by 18th century hymn writer Isaac Watts. So come and support the choir in that. It is a worship service, not a concert. So you can come and participate in that at 4 or at 7, whichever one works better for you.
So they're encouraging open participation in this.
Yes, the congregation will be participating. Everybody will get a packet with the hymns that we're singing and that we're leading in. And there will be instrumentation for quite a few of them. So it's going to be a really, really good service. I'm excited about it.
So be sure to show for that. Once again, that's
Mm-hmm.
today, 4 p.m. and at 7 p.m. So
Mm-hmm.
just letting you guys know. So go ahead.
And then applications for the education program for the spring semester are due this Thursday, November 1st. So if you haven't finished those yet, you've got 3 days before they're due. But they can be turned in at the education hallway in the Cooper complex. So make sure you get those in by November 1st because otherwise you won't be able to be a part of the education program for the spring.
And by the time we have our next show, that deadline will be up. So once again,
Yep. It's November
this is
1st.
the last call that you're going to hear from the Mustang Informative. Be sure to turn in those packets for the spring semester if you want to apply for the education program. Where can that be turned in again?
It's the education hallway in the Cooper complex. More than likely to Dr. Gamble, but I'm pretty sure any of the education professors can take them.
All right. So moving on to sports.
Woo.
Last Saturday, the Lady Mustang volleyball team won in their games at the Mississippi University for Women and Ozark Christian College 3-0 against both teams, bringing the record to an even 14 wins and 14 losses. They'll be looking to earn their 15th win today at home against Crowley's Ridge College. The game begins at 7 p.m. CST Central Time at Redden Fieldhouse. That's a home game, so be sure to show up for that.
Good job, Lady Mustangs. And make sure if you do come to bring your student ID so that you can get in.
Yes, ma'am. That is correct. Bring your student ID. Make sure you can get in. Bring your student ID anyways. I don't know why you wouldn't have it on you. Keep it in your wallet.
Be surprised how many people do not have their student IDs on them.
Right next to your driver's license. After tonight's game, the women's volleyball will be on the road playing at Silverthorne Arena against Stevens College this Friday, November 1st at 7 p.m. They will then play the 7th-ranked Columbia College at Southwell Complex the following day on Saturday, November 2nd at 11 a.m. So if you can, I realize that for a lot of college students, traveling that far is difficult, but if you can, be sure to show up and support them, especially for that big game against Columbia College.
Mm-hmm.
It's always an opportunity to play a really good team like that. So be looking forward to how our teams compete. While the Lady Mustang soccer team, moving on to soccer, the Lady Mustang soccer team tied in their game, while the Mustangs were able to come to a conclusive victory over St. Louis College of Pharmacy last Saturday. That is a mouthful. Both teams will be looking for success as they honor our upperclassmen for Senior Day in their bouts against Freed Hardeman at the Centennial Soccer Complex. The ladies' kickoff will be at 1 p.m. and the men's at 3 p.m. Once again, that's tonight. That's not even 1 p.m. I forget to put that there. That is tonight, though.
That is tonight.
It is tonight. Those are home games.
Mm-hmm. At 1 and 3.
I'm a senior, so I'm going to take it as a personal slight if you don't show up.
Same.
So you got to show up, even though, show up.
Go support our people.
Bring your student ID to that as well. Probably, right?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I've never been to a soccer
Bring
game.
it anyways. You should have it long
Just in case. You never know.
Yeah. Those are 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. So ladies kickoff 1 p.m., men's at 3 p.m. Once again, Centennial Soccer Complex. So that should be here in Conway, correct?
It is here in Conway.
Excellent. This will be the last game for the men's soccer team, according to what I read on the website at least. However, the women have one more game to play this Saturday, November 2nd, away at the Missouri Soccer Park in Boonville, Missouri, facing off against Stevens College. The kickoff for that game will be at 12 p.m. And now I'm going to go over wrestling, because that is apparently starting. So
yes, wrestling season starts this month.
The first wrestling, I don't know, it's
match.
Match. Okay, sorry.
First wrestling match.
The first wrestling match will be
on
November 1st at 7 p.m. And it will be, I think it's an away game at Southern Mabee Center, which is in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. So that's not super far away. It's still in the same state.
Yeah, we're still in the same state. But yeah, their meet will be held on Thursday. So if you can, go to Walnut Ridge, go and support them. They're starting the season out with their conference game, so they need all the support that they can get because they haven't really had much of a preseason. So go out there and support them if you can.
So looking forward to their debut. But aside from that debut, we actually also have we men's basketball actually started on the 28th. So that their first game was yesterday,
Mhm.
and they won against that. The men won, and I believe yes, the women won as well. It's kind of tight games, but they came out on top, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
Mhm.
They came up against Dillard. Uh, but today, or not today, this Saturday they'll be playing another game. Both of them here, home at Redden Fieldhouse at 5 p.m. versus Huston Tillotson University. And once again, this is going to be a home game, so be sure to show up for that.
Bring your student ID.
Yeah. I think they're both. They say they both start at 5 p.m. But
You have the same schedule pulled up twice.
oh no, I'm a fool.
You're not a fool. It's okay.
What have I
But
done?
yeah, the thing with the student IDs is in case you don't know, you get in for free if you're a student, at least for the games at the field house. So make sure that you bring your student ID to that so that you don't have to pay. I think it's like $5 to get in. So that starts at 5 tonight, so make sure that you're there for that.
I was
So
mistaken. The women are not playing here tonight.
are they not?
No, the men are.
Okay,
The men
so
are.
the men's basketball game starts at
The
5
women,
tonight.
yes.
So
The
make
women
sure
will be,
that you come to that.
playing away tonight.
Okay,
So
so they'll be in Springdale.
yeah, versus Collegiate College. But we're just about to go off air, so
Yeah.
you guys have been listening to the Mustang Informative with your DJ Husky.
And DJ Sawyer.
Be sure to tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel.